for
Yes, Senator.
those who want to read them? Mr. Chairman, I yield.
Thank you. Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Lopez, I appreciate your work on human trafficking. I was so disappointed looking at your sentencing record that you would go light on those criminals. Those of us who work in the human trafficking, child abuse areas, it is so disheartening to see judges who practice leniency on these criminals. Ms. Campbell, it's nice to meet you. You and I have never met, and Senator Welch, said the White House said we had interviewed her. We've never met, and no, we did not interview her, so we may want to correct the White House record on that. Ms. Campbell, have you ever been a judge?
No, Senator.
Do you mind using your microphone? And so you have no experience. You have appellate law experience, but no experience as a judge.
Senator, I have argued numerous times before the
Okay,
court.
but you have no experience as a judge. I want to go back to the Tennessee Bar Association. When your nomination was announced, and by the way, this was a deal that was worked out before the vacancy was ever announced. We heard about it from plenty of people in Nashville, that this is exactly what was going to happen, that the deal was done. And I'm sure you're probably aware of that. Weren't you aware of that?
Senator, I was not.
Okay, the Bar Association does note your work for workers' dignity. Did you ask them to correct that since you've said you never worked for them?
I have not asked them to correct that.
Why did you not?
I wasn't aware that it said that.
Oh, so the TBA Law blog is sent out, and you read it. I assume you read it. And did you note the inaccuracy? And did you ask them to correct it? Did they issue a correction? Please respond.
Senator, I do not recall reading that blog.
You don't recall reading it. So this deal was so cooked that she didn't even look at what the TBA Law blog had to say when the nomination was announced. Let's go to this support for Odessa Kelly, and we've discussed that several times today. You've never been able to say why you chose to support her, and you were tagged in a Facebook post with her. So there is a reason you chose to make your largest political contribution ever to Odessa Kelly. And we have a list of tweets, Mr. Chairman, things that Odessa Kelly has said about this committee, positions that she has taken. So why would you choose to support Odessa Kelly when you knew what her opinions were? Because when people say things like that, it's not only in a tweet. We've got it on Facebook. We have it in other instances. So would you like to provide an answer on that? Senator Cruz asked you about that, and you never could say why you supported her. Do you align with her politically? Do you agree with her? Do you think that we are aligned with the devil? What would cause you to be right out there with your best political support and contribution for her?
Senator, as I said, I'm not familiar with those statements. I do not support.
So you never heard her indicate anything. What did you think you were supporting? What kind of agenda were you supporting when you supported her?
Senator, again, I'm not familiar with those particular statements.
You have to have, every candidate has a political ideology. Why would you give that support for someone who has made such statements? And let me ask you, go back to the workers' dignity, that work that you've done. Do you agree with them on abolishing law enforcement, abolishing ICE?
Senator, I'm not familiar with those statements, but I can categorically say to you that I disagree with those positions.
So you would not abolish ICE. Okay. The Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition, and we have discussed this, and you're saying, I want you to say this for the record. So you are saying that they are lying when they say that you gave them advice and consent and help. Is that correct?
Senator, the manifesto that was referenced, I am not familiar with it.
So why would they think that they had depended on you for advice? And why would they note this? Did you ask them about it? Did you say, why are you referencing me and I had nothing to do with this? Did you talk to anyone?
Senator, until today, I did not know that my name was listed in one of their publications.
You had no idea about that. Well, do you agree with them? And I'm pulling this from a Fox 17 news report. TIRRC is calling on Metro Police to develop clear policies and refuse to help ICE carry out civil immigration enforcement in Davidson County. Do you agree with that statement?
Senator, I'm not familiar with that statement, and no, I don't agree with it.
You don't agree. Thank you.